Hello and welcome. Welcome to turning your expertise into an income stream. Dr. Norman here. Say you are served with a redundancy or a retrenchment package. What do you do? Discover in this program. I assure you, you are going to discover what to do when you are served with a redundancy or a retrenchment. You have just been presented with a redundancy notice. What do? Imagine the discomfort and the insecurity that overwhelms you about it. Many times when you hear or read about redundancy or retrenchment, it doesn't really drive home when it is being served to others or happening to others. But what do you do if you are the one on the receiving end of a redundancy or a retrenchment notice? Or it is something that has not yet happened, but you are so sure that it is going to happen in either in a short or in a long, medium term in the future of your life. The issue of redundancy or retrenchment has had a live record of being happening on the mines on one side of the country, but records show that mines and companies are downsizing all over the nation. One engineer would run from being redundant from northwestern Australia, hoping it will be okay with him or her up north Queensland, only to meet with the same crisis even there too. So our program, turning your expertise into an instant income, will play a great role in this situation. Now, employees are meeting in the job-seeking agents from all over with the same problem. They have been served with a redundancy or a retrenchment package. And let not say, people say, you should not, no one should be saying this is not the issue to come to when someone is unprepared for. It needs to come when we are prepared. It needs to arrive whatever time it is going to arrive. It needs to arrive when we are prepared. We need to be prepared for it. We need to be prepared for being served with a redundancy package or a retrenchment. We need to be prepared for it. And this is in this video or in this program, you are going to discover how you can be prepared for such things. When you are doing jobbing, let us not forget that these times will one day come, and not only come but right into our own life and family. The redundancy and retrenchment saving appears to be happening still across quite a range of industries across the nation or all the nations of the globe, and if some news reports are to be believed, this will unfortunately be happening to more people over the coming months and years as mines and companies right size or downsize because of the economic conditions from all over. I saw much of this when I was working in northwestern Australia in the Pilbara region, where most of the mines of Australia are, where I witnessed a great number of friends and relatives served with the redundant packages, resulting to the end of their income streams. And this also is the routine all over the globe. It's redundancy after redundancy, retrenchment after another retrenchment, all over, whether urban or rural. In all of these happenings, even if you don't want, you will find yourself personalizing the incident. Yes, this is inevitable and it's really personal. Being dismissed or terminated whilst others remain, even if all that mine or company have been saved redundant, it's your job that has been affected, your income, your colleagues, your class, your routine, and it's been taken away from you, or it's about to happen exactly like what I have said. In a way, it's not fair. You feel a sense of loss and that it has derailed your best laid down plans about your career, future path, and plans, or your financial influence strategy, your wealthy and the accumulation strategy. And for sure, this won't, you can't escape your personal feelings about it. It hurts. It hurts, and you obviously, many people faced with this situation, they will take it personally, and you are quite normal and entitled to feel down and whatever way you might feel about it. This is where I advise that preparing for such well ahead of time is the best idea, and that it is very possible. It is very possible, guys. You can do something even when you don't see any sign of a redundancy in the way, or any sign of any retrenchment. It is advisable not to wait until you have been served with the redundant package. That's where it comes with a lot of surprises and pressure and a lot of stress and depression. You can do something positive well ahead of time, rather than being negative about the whole issue and process whilst you can. But don't take this and upload it on yourself. I'm saying you've just been served with a redundancy package or a retrenchment package. Don't take this and upload it on yourself. Remember also that this is a redundancy of your position. Listen to me, guys, and listen very carefully. This is a redundancy of your position, your role in the organization, not a redundancy of you. My other important advice is for you not to take it out on your employer or your family. At the same time, though, you have been subject to a corporate decision that may be based on something over which you have heard very little to nothing over the decision reached. Most often, these reasons range among economic, financial, strategic, change of management. All these corporately contribute for such decisions to be arrived at. In most cases, they come up unfavorable, even when they are reasonable. At that time, no one affected with the redundancy will see the result as a favorable result. But don't load it all on yourself to blame. No. As we continue, yes, I'm aware when you were at your usual workplace, you had maybe neglected considering introspection of the future, as you have been too busy working very early and late every day. And sometimes it carries us over and we think it's going to be like that until the end of our working years, where we forget that it's either we can be served with a redundancy, which is an early termination of your services, or we can be served with an end of your working years. And for both of these, our program, turning your expertise into an instant income, works to help us for both of these to arrive when we have prepared something solid and sound for both yourself and your family. And like I said, you were busy working very early and late every day. and you remain living to worry about your day-to-day work only without thinking about such a time as you are in now, or will be in the near future, or in the far future, whatever, or even later, whatever way or time, still this redundancy is real. One day it will knock at your door, and definitely you need to have something in place for yourself and for your family. I would like to point to this too, that right now as you read or read this article, or you listening to this video or this audio, because I have this covering in all these formats, there are others who are just doing that job they are doing to just put food on the table, yet it is not anything in the line of their passion. They don't have a passion for that, but because it is the job that has been found, and that's what is getting them food on the table for the family, that's what they are doing, though you don't have a passion for it. Yes, I'm saying you don't have a passion for that. Yeah, there are other people, like we have seen in our program. There are other people who have started programs that they have started, which are not related to what they are doing at their day-to-day work. It's not something that they are doing at their day-to-day work, yet that they are able to start something that they can work on it bit by bit until they build that business, so that when such a time arrives, they will have something which will be on hand. Yes, I said I'm aware when you were at your usual workplace. I'm aware of that. You had maybe neglected considering that, and but definitely that needs to be worked on. That needs to be worked on. So I would like to point that yes, you are leaving every morning, going to the office or a site, and coming back every evening at the end of the month, get your paycheck. Not that you are not doing your good job, your job well there. No, most often your performance is far above average, and your employer is impressed, is happy. Yet you very well know inside yourself that you are not doing that job because you have a passion for it. No, but you are doing that because it's the job that is there to put food on the table for your family. The advice is you need to start your work, your home business, whilst you are still at your place of jobbing, where you are employed now. And like I said, that place where you are working now is your practical training ground for learning the how-tos of starting and establishing your own home business. It is not that difficult a thing to do. Advice only is what is needed if you seek for it, and this is where turning your expertise into an instant income stream comes into play. If you enter into this program, you see and hear all the details that will lead you until you have your own program up and running. Because everyone needs to be reminded, because we all know it, rather after working for a company or an organization, if there are no economic constraints that will cause you to be served with a redundancy or a retrenchment package before the end of your working years, yet still retirement time or other forced end of working years will soon catch up with you. It could be because of medical reasons, or if they are not the the proper end of working years. It could be because it can be earlier because of medical reasons. All these, they'll all come to accumulate, so that you come to this stage where you need to have something put in place for such a time as that. These days, with the way with the way people are healthy and keeping themselves physically healthy, looking after themselves, men reach the end of working years when they are still active. And above all, being retired does not mean retired from feeding, clothing, and all other life events people live with every now and then. Holidaying, every other funny thing, luxurious places to go visit. All these things, they will be there, and they need to be done, even in your early years or in your late years. So this is very important, and it touches the climax of your real life. So it is mandatory that, despite being served with a redundancy, or not, that we need to plan for our end of working years well in time. I have seen people who leave this to the last minute, when they will be unable to walk the speed and work the extra hours anymore as they used to. And what needs to be understood by all is that those who have managed to start some income generating streams at home for themselves had to utilize the extra after work hours to make that happen. I mean, this is the same trend even at schools, colleges, and universities. Why other students come up with high scores than others, yet they all had same textbooks, modules, same instructors, lecturers, and same library. It all takes after working hard, prepared to sacrifice and take the extra mile. I've always say in our trainings and in our modules, I'm on record saying the day is just one day for all people. Great people used the same day with 24 hours. Those who have managed maybe mediocre level in their career, in their business, whatever, at school, they are using the same day every successful person is using. I have had the opportunity to study the lives of great people in the world, and one day I was just running a streamlined study of the 30 not older than 30 years richest people and greatest people in our world. And as I was studying their character, their major character that was sort of similar to all of them, I noticed that they sleep less. All of them sleeping less was something that was a contributing factor. This is the key here. You need to utilize, whilst you are still going to that organization that has employed you, you need to utilize your after work hours to start something after your passion, or start something after your own profession, and you fight to establish it little by little as the days go by, the weeks, the months, the years, that thing from scratch until it becomes big and huge. And by the time you think of they think of saving you with a redundancy, or you think of early leaving, or it comes as a retrenchment. You have something and somewhere where you can put your effort again, your time, and then you continue building up your own personal brand. This is the key here, guys. Working hard in the direction of something one is so sure has been put in your heart. Sometimes when one will be working, regardless of being your area of passion or profession, you are there to gain experience, and the required gain experience required in the running of your own home business at the end of it all. So it's your second practical university. It's your second practical apprenticeship. The company that you are working for, it's further equipping you to be competent, more competent in the field or in the profession that you are in. I call it the second practical full paid apprenticeship, and you need to utilize that to your best use and lasting advantages, not only for you, allowing you to leave a heritage for your whole family. It is possible that you don't feel comfortable to start something as your personal branding with the day-to-day job or service you could be currently doing, simply because your passion is not on the current job that you might be doing in your day-to-day routine right now. It's okay, and you are not the first one. Actually, we have numerous examples of people who are doing something in their day-to-day work which is completely different from what they have decided to venture into as their personal branding. That is, you are not the first person, and that is very possible. This is where turning your expertise into instant income streams comes in. Like I have always mentioned, take note therefore that our coaching program is sometimes called Train to be the Coach, and sometimes labeled as turning your expertise into instant income streams. There are not two products. These are one of the two names which are just branding titles we use, and don't let that confuse you. Remember also that this is a redundancy of your position. Like I said already, you need not to worry. You need to say the time to release the potential that is in you has come, as you allow these things to come into being. So your perception that this is the corporate reality, that it is just as important and standing, will be of great aid here. The one thing that is certain is that a decision has been made, rightly or wrongly, and the strategy to deal with this is now critical on your part, regardless of how it might be, it might have happened. I'm talking about what has happened, and don't allow it to paralyze you, confuse you. Redundant served, it has already been served. If whether it's a retrenchment, it has already happened, and we need to take it from there. So learning how to start a coaching program in the profession or a service or a work you've been doing for years, ours is to assist you with how to create, structure, and deliver your coaching program all in just 90 days, and you will be up and running. If you are serious with your lessons, and you are following lesson per lesson, it is advisable not to wait until you have been served with a redundant package. Like I said, and I repeat it again, because it comes with a lot of stress, unsettlement, and pressure. Creating a coaching program in the area of your profession, in the area of your expertise, is not as difficult as most people would assume. When you start a business in the area of your profession, you will be simply duplicating the expertise which you have been doing all your life. For some, you could have been doing it, say, for 20 years, 25 years, for some 50, and for some even up to 65 years. So by starting your home business in the area of your profession, you are doing something that you have done day in and day out for all those years until you grew fuller richer and wiser in that particular field or profession. It has been proved that if one is to start a home business in the area one has been in and practicing for years, you will have acquired expertise and knowledge in that professional field. That's a sure thing. When you are starting something that you have been doing, you have already acquired the expertise and knowledge. You are now knowledgeable. You are now a person who can rightly take the position of coaching. You can help someone in that particular field, which becomes treasure. This becomes a treasure both to you and the group of people that you will be working with, or those whom you are helping. And before you start this group, that means that expertise you have gathered all over these years, it has become a treasure both to you as on your profile and to the organization that you are serving, because they benefit from that acquired knowledge over some time. Turning your expertise into instant income streams or train to be the coach will take you from start to finish in the whole process of starting a coaching program in the area of your profession. The program will hand aid you through until your home business will have been, number one, established. Number two, you start creating your own online presence. Number three, start your marketing until leads start flowing in. Here are some of the training lessons lined up in the training in the turning your expertise into an instant income stream. I'll make sure once you have made your decision to embark on such, you will be trained and equipped for success in your newly established business. Here are some of the lessons that are covered here in the lineup to equipping you to be knowledgeable of your coaching program or whatever business you have decided to do. We will give out lessons that will touch in detail about that. Find your purpose. That's very important. It will help you and then the other lessons clearly define the purpose. That means if your purpose is going to serve a purpose to the people in your world, the purpose needs to be clearly defined purpose. Number three, we'll give you out lessons about structure of the business. Number four, how to build your business. Number five, product creation. We'll give you detailed lessons about all these. We'll give you detailed about all these, and then how to position as an expert in your business, sales letter writing, how to plan your coaching program, how to structure your coaching program, how to deliver your coaching program, how to eliminate distraction or focus. Yes, and I just mentioned a few. Otherwise, the whole coaching has over 25 lessons, all planned for the success of all who are enrolled in this training program. Creating a coaching program in the area of your profession, in the area of your expertise, is not as difficult as most people would assume. And I want to say, for more information to start your own home business coaching program, go to turning your expertise into an instant income stream. Right below this video, there's a link that will take you there.